Alright, here we go. So, we're going to put everything to the full test. We're going to see what is and what is not best in slot. So, everybody wants to sit here and say the Picaro's holster is best in slot. So, we're going to put that to the test. Now, what we're going to test out live is this. We have a Gruppo, like this one, with the crit chance, crit damage. We're going to test this to see if the critical hit damage matches that. We also have a walker here that we're going to test out. But because this one's my red core, we're going to have to go to a blue Fox's Prayers. So we're going to test this stuff live to see which one is actually better. Because again, we got one extra blue core. So let's see what we got here. Carl's holster, 488, 486, 53. So roughly we're hitting 486, 486, 461. Yeah, so about 486. So let's do the Gruppo holster. So now we got one blue. Four eight six 472. That extra bit of crit chance makes it easier to hit those. A 515 or 55. 43. So 47. So we lose a little bit, but we're able to crit more, which means if we crit more, we're able to get the boomerang more. So yeah, we lose a little bit of damage to be able to crit and get boomerang. So less damage, but more crit for more damage here. Okay, so let's do the walker. And yeah, we're going to lose out a lot, but everybody wants to ask, so we're going to go blue, blue, trading one blue for the other blue. Definitely less. So the best version is not, like I said, you lose a little bit of initial damage, but you're able to crit more. So the better version is going to be the Gruppo. The only difference between the two, like I've tried to explain to so many people, but they just don't want to listen, is you gain a little bit of skill haste. Okay, cool. You gain a little bit more in bullet damage. But because you can have that extra crit chance on things like this, it makes it better. Because you're able to crit and you're going to hit those boomerang shots even more. Because again, we're going from 44, and if we trade this off to the Picaros, we go to 38. So we lose the crit chance to not even really gain crit damage or anything. We even lose crit damage. But we gain more crit chance by using the Gruppo in that spot. So the best in slot is not this. This is good for adding into your skills and helping other things out. This is not best in slot. Your best in slot would still be the Gruppo here. Now, if we wanted to trade off, say, the perfect glass cannon and go for something else, say a specific weapon, okay, we can actually make that happen. Say we didn't want to use rifle, we wanted an AR. Well, we could easily go to that. Let's go and change this out. Let's see if we can change this to best in slot. Let's go to an AR. Let's go everybody's favorite, the FAMAS. And then we'll go to a Fenris. We'll use this one. Okay, so say we wanted to go to an AR. Okay, we go out of glass cannon. We put the Fenris here. So if I made the build this way, cool. Then I get that more in damage. Now, again, does the Picaro's holster help out this versus this? We'll see. Because now we have one piece for our other weapon that we're using, not the rifle, because we don't want to waste anything, which would be for the foxes. But we're going to put on something else. So now we're going to test this one. What's best in slot? Is the Picaro's with a Fenris Seska better than the Grupo? $753 was the max. 753. $753 on armor. Okay, so we got $753 on armor. Alright, let's go Picaro's. Now again, we have the same amount of crit chance, we're just losing a little bit here. So we've lost 6%. So if I go back to it before I go back, let's go to the Grupo. You can see we're at 59% crit chance. So basically every bullet we shoot, we're critting, nearly. And we got 168. So we're going to trade off the Grupo for the Picaro's. So now we've dropped from 59 to basically 53, and we're at 153. So we didn't really lose that much in crit damage, but we've lost a lot in crit chance. So 753. $772. So again, we went up by 19k. We went up by 19k. But again, is it best for ARs? Yes, because you already have this high crit chance. So is the Picaro's holster your better bet for ARs? Definitely so. Is it better for rifles and things like that that need that extra crit chance because you only have, say, X amount? No, it is not. Because things like boomerang, you need to put that on there. So again, having it set up like this, is this best in slot? Yes, because we have above, what is it, 40, I believe it's around 40 to around, I'd say, close to 50% is what you need. So best in slot, yes, because then also you get skills back. Now, again, having this to where every single bullet crits, and you're critting for 19k less, but you also gain more for the crit damage as well, and you're able to crit those even higher, yeah, it can be pretty much evened out when you take a look at how many bullets you're critting. So again, is Picaro's still your number one must-go-to best in slot? No. No, it is not. Now, if the devs actually allow us to take that blue armor core off and go to a red core eventually, hopefully, pray to God, yes, this thing will be best in slot, because you're not going to be able to beat 30% weapon damage. You will not be able to match that anywhere. So when that happens, yes, it will be best in slot. Until that time, you're honestly better off with a Grupo holster. So having your build with whatever talents you want, you can go Unbreakable, Adrenaline Rush, anything like this, whatever you want. You could put the Fenris on your backpack and have a Seska for your chest piece. You can set that build up just like this, and this build will beam in PvP. It does not matter what you prefer. The Picaro's holster, as long as someone is giving you, say, this extra 10% critical hit chance from the mid-range, or even the 25 from the long range, if someone gives you that, you're pretty much set in stone to decimate anybody. So that's PvP numbers. Again, same thing can work for PvE. Is it best in slot? It's honestly player's choice. So that's damage. Let's see, what else was it? explosive. Now, again, I have said this before. I'll say it again. You can trade the Wyvern here to a Wyvern here. And you can put in, say, one like this, where you have skill damage and skill haste. You will get more damage out, period, because this is 30 versus 25. The problem is, this blue core right here, this simple blue core, gets rid of 10% incoming amplified damage. So your skill will not be that strong. If you go to straight yellow, you will be one sniped just like this in all yellow by a sniper dog and you're dead. So having to find this chess piece like this that you can roll to a blue core is very hard to find, but if you find one, it's probably the strongest one you can get. And I've been waiting for this one before I made any other videos. But you don't have to use that. You can still use the Wyvern if you wanted. This build will still slap the same. And again, damage to armor helps out on explosives. So you need the Petrov gloves. Now again, if you find that Providence chest piece, you can put a Wyvern here and drop the waveform if you don't like the waveform. Your waveform like this will still give you more damage on each initial blast for X amount of time because you're killing them so fast that by the time this thing swaps over to this right here, they should be dead from your mortar. So if you time it right, this will still out DPS the Providence and the Wyvern because you're just hitting them so hard so fast. So that's, again, player's choice on that one. And heck, you don't even have to do the China light like this. The difference between perfect shock and awe and regular shock and awe is 20 to 27 seconds. So if you don't want to put that China light here, you don't have to. Say you get a Wyvern backpack and you want to put the China light here, or Grupo here and China light here. It's still the same. It'll still hit the same. It's just the duration of the damage. So is this best in slot? It honestly is, because again, you get that extra 7 seconds. So you don't have to set it up like this. It doesn't have to look like this. But is it best in slot? Yes, it is. Because again, if I don't get a kill, say I don't get a kill with my tech support, because I'm facing off against Chonga or the big tank guys. If I don't get a kill and I start hitting him, and he's the only thing out there, then this is wasted. This right here instantly gives you 20%. It's 5% less than this, but it's guaranteed 5% less. You know, it's this right here. If you don't get the kill, it's minus 20 or minus 25, excuse me. So yeah, you won't have that. So again, best in slots. Let's see. I keep getting asked this question. Why don't I put this chest piece that I have right here? Why don't I use this on my focus build? That's because on here, this is 60% versus having 50%. So if I go in and take a look at this, we'll do a side-by-side comparison so you can see. It's 50% versus 60. Basically, I got the free 10% on my perfect focus from my assault rifle here. But because my main weapon is going to be my M1A, this gives it not just 60%, but it gives the extra 10% to the rifle. So it gives 60% to my rifle and it gives 60% to my AR, versus doing just this right here gives only the 50% to my rifle and 60% to my AR. So it doesn't even, this Araldi's evens it out. So best in slot for a focus build, you got to go with the Araldi's. It is best in slot for a focus build. And again, Sesko on the backpack and Grupo here. Now, you can easily change this so you can always keep damage, and everybody wants to run Vigilance in the Dark Zone. Like, everybody and their dog wants to run Vigilance in the Dark Zone. It's not best in slot, because the moment you take any kind of damage, that's 4 seconds, and 4 seconds in the Dark Zone is an a gnat's ass. Like, I can kill you in less than 1.6 seconds with my pistol build. You could die by an AR in less than 2 seconds, maybe 2.5 seconds, depending on how tanky they are. So is Vigilance your best thing? No, it's honestly not. Your best to go to is going to be Wicked if someone's running, say, Bleed build to give you the extra damage out, and Companion, because you can easily drop like a drone. You can drop a roly-poly ball and always have 15% the moment it gets nearby you. And not everybody runs an EMP jammer. And even if you are EMP jammered, if you take damage with Vigilance, you're going to lose out. So having a guaranteed 15 or guaranteed 18 from Wicked is best in slot. So again, it's playing with what your team weights want. Petrov gloves. Is the Petrov gloves the better to go to? No. So for instance, if I go to, let me go out here, let me change this build. So for instance, on this build, this is my commander build. This one helps out my teammates. They give me the Wicked from the Bleed. I get these two procs. That's how I get my damage out. But my job is to pulse so that way they can always see where they're at. 24/7. My teammates will always see where the enemy's at. I've got this pulse and I've got this one. The laser lines show them where they're at, and this right here guarantees that they can see if it's a decoy or not. So on this one, I have the Walker and Walker. Now the reason why is because I'm sitting at 43%. Now, if I drop that 6% off, my AR turns to shit. So if someone runs a Coyotes, they give me the 10%, or they give me the 25, boom, I'm at 60% automatically. So again, the double Walker helps me out because I get to crit more. So again, now I could even drop this Gruppo off, lose some damage, and put on a Seska. And then that Seska would drop me up to 53%. And then I lose, what, 15 here? So I'd be at 141. Still not a bad spot, especially if I'm always critting. So it's knowing what is best in slot for your build. Where's the other one? So, for instance, my spotter meta. Now, again, this one here is based off of having someone give you the bleed bullets. If someone gives me the bleed bullets, then boom, I get my Wicked. I also get this, so I get to keep this as long as they're pulsed. So the other pulse person, which is my commander build, always gives us the pulse. They're always pulsed. And then we also get the bleed out no matter what happens. So they are always on bleed. You will always have damage. This build is literally in the dark zone, like walking around with glass cannon. Just you don't have to worry about the after effects. Like beam someone down as long as they have you, or someone gives you bleed bullets. You will beam them down from afar. You don't even need the reds. If you turn this to red, man, I would guarantee you probably 3-shot or 4-shot a player. Where's another one? Ongoing. Again, this is player's choice. I prefer the GR9 because you can't beat 200 bullets. 200 bullets of bleed, you can't beat that. So this thing reaches out there for the damage drop off and just grabs everything. And as you can see, even the blue screen would do the same. The blue screen would be beautiful on this build, but you only have 100. You could even shut them or get them on extra statuses and stuff and put this on here. But because this Ridgeways only works for 15 meters, this is the problem. If you go to your weapon, I believe it's right here, range. The range is 22 meters. So finding that weapon that works best at give you the most damage within the shortest distance is the best part. So for instance, if I put if I do this one in comparison, you can see the damage drop off. It drops way too short. Now I gain a little bit on the reload time. I gain a little bit on the RPM. I lose on the total damage. but I also get 52 bullets of bleed. So is the Banshee the better piece? Yes, it can be. The problem is the Banshee is not as stable. So I prefer to use the one that's more stable and can reach out just a little bit farther than the 15 and give you the more damage. As you can see, the damage drop off. So the farther it reaches out, that means that they're running away after you bleed them, man, you're going to still beam them down. So again, the SIG MPX beats the Banshee because of that one aspect. And there's another one too. This one. It's just as good as the Banshee because, one, you get more accuracy. So more accuracy means I can land more headshots. The only downfall to this is you lose a little bit of RPM. You gain a lot of reload time, but you lose a lot of damage. I mean a lot of damage. So if this thing had a little bit more higher in damage, I would definitely say the converted SMG9 would be the best SMG in the game, honestly. Your Dark Winter is honestly not the best because, again, the damage drop off. Yes, if the player's with a 15, you can beam them down, but it doesn't have enough damage in there. Your better one is honestly the Vector, the Tactical Vector, SBR 9mm, because it has the more damage. But again, you're also losing in bullets. So rather than having 45, you have 40. So Vectors are not the best. Now, if you can find one of these, the SIG MPX, I believe it's, no, not SIG MPX, but y'all know what I'm talking about. This one right here. I think I have one. No, I don't have one. Okay, I guess I don't have one. But anyway, if you can find one of these right here, like this, it only has 40 in the mag, but it out damages this so much. But it has the RPM faster than a Banshee. So it matches the Banshee by all this. You're just losing like 12 bullets. But if you can see in the differences, the damage drop off in comparison, it drops way too harsh. Way too harsh. Again, if one of these right here had a little bit farther damage drop off, it would be good. So again, is it the best? No. SIG MPX beats it every time. So again, it's knowing your weapons, knowing your build. Let's see, what else do we got? Let's think I have one of these. Let me see. Where's the rifles? Everlasting Gaze. So everybody keeps asking why I went with this one shotgun. Let me show you, rather than just trying to explain it. Everlasting Gaze is way down here. Okay, here we go. This versus this in comparison. The mods do not matter. As a matter of fact, we can even take off all the mods. We'll take everything off. Just so you can see that it doesn't mean shit. And again, see, there's the visual like I talked about earlier in my video. So these two right here, has no mods, has no mods. What's the difference? In comparison, it's literally, what is it? You can gain the headshot back and it still gives 50% no matter what you do. It just, you get it back 4 seconds faster. But look at the damage to armor. That's why I went with it. Having 4 seconds versus 6% extra damage to armor matters more. So, we're going to demonstrate it because everybody wants to ask that question. So, here we go. One headshot. $585. That's with the other Everlasting Gaze in my hand. $585. Okay. MP7, yes, thank you. So we hit 585. Now watch this. $619. $619 with this shotgun. And the reason why I went with this shotgun is because it's 2 shots. It's easy to land those shots, and at the same time, it gives you the most accuracy, most stability that you can have for that. And then you could throw on accuracy because the other part doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. So having that completely like this just helps it out. And I actually need to find a max accuracy piece on here because apparently I have 11.9 and I never realized it until I had to throw it on here. But that accuracy allows me to do this. Shoot right over this and try to hit those headshots. So for instance, also it increases the deal where if I aim just right, if I aim right there at the head, those bullets or the pellets from the shotgun shell will land right there on that headshot a little bit easier. So that's what the accuracy does. But again, 619 versus 580, we're getting 30k more. So yeah, and not only that, having this backup shotgun like this, the fire starter, allows for say tanks, the Chongas, the Warhounds, the little Johnny Fives we call them. You can hit them with this shotgun. And then, boom, they have less fire damage. And then, whoosh, they're on fire. So, 3 shotguns, basically, on here because you want... or you can use an AR, which would be the capacitor. But if you go with a Scorpio, you get those extra statuses. So, it's honestly player's choice between this and your capacitor. So... we can even do this. Let's do this. And then I don't even think that'll work, will it? Yeah, it won't. Never mind. I was going to try it in a short period of time, but I guess I can't. So, alright. That's another reason why I don't use it, because you wouldn't be able to max those out unless you just want to shoot. But still, the Scorpio is your other one for extra statuses. Again, damaged armor. Now, are the Petrov gloves better on here because of the damaged armor? No. Compared to a Wyvern, a Golan, and the Petrov gloves, honestly, your Wyvern is your strongest. Now, we can prove that here. Okay? Again, we can prove that all here. Matter of fact, let me see if I have it. Okay, I got an Eclipse chest, so we're going to take that off. And... I have a Wyvern set of gloves. Status. Okay, there we go. And then we got the Golan knees. Are those on my character? I think those are on my character. Okay, yeah, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to demonstrate this right here.
Always good to see you, Agent.
Wyvern versus Golan. Because for a long, long period of time, I wanted to find the Golan, like the unicorn chess piece. Now, the Golan versus Wyvern is probably the biggest debate of it all. It's either setting it up like this with the Wyvern on here, or it's setting it up with the Golan like this on here. Now, what does 10% status effect on here do versus the 10% skill damage? Because they're multiplicative of each other, they're pretty much the same. The only difference is the initial blow up, like say on this skill, when this one hits the ground and it explodes, you're going to get the more damage from that, which takes more chunks of armor off with this. Now, if you use the Golan version like this, it doesn't do that much damage on that initial blast, but it makes it last for 10 seconds. It's 0.6 seconds longer. So 0.6 seconds longer of a duration. What would you rather have? More damage or more duration? So that's the biggest question. So we're going to demonstrate that here. So we got easy target. $700,000, I think I saw, and it's 355. So 700,000 and 355. Why did that not hit? Okay, that was weird. My vial mass thing didn't proc. Okay. There it goes. Yeah, 700k. And we can even test it here as another point. So let's bring this one closer. Let's set this one. We'll put this on named. Yep, 700,000. So we get more damage there. Now let's trade this off and let's go to the Golan. Okay, there it is, 871. All right, so let me. Okay, we got 871 for the Golan. Sorry, I don't know where I was seeing the 7,000. So 871, same status, same everything. So 350. So we're gonna re-switch that back. Now I can see the numbers for some reason. I don't know why. It was that stupid little shotgun in my hands. Get out of my hands, you little shotgun. A71, so there we go. Same damage, same difference, actually. So it's still going to be in PvP where this matters. So your choice is going to be between the Wyvern of having the more damage in PvP or having the Golan for that. So the initial burst, the damage that you get off of here is the same. So again, that's what I'm saying. No matter which one you do, if you can get the Golan, which looks just like this, if you can get the Golan, you get 0.6 seconds. 0.6 seconds more in status effect duration. That's why I'm telling you, it's the hardest one to come by, and I'll explain why here in just one second. Because if you want to find this status effect, this skill damage with glass cannon on a Golan to where you can roll the skill tier is going to be your hardest to come by. You might get one that has 2 rolls that are really, really weak, but if you find one, it is like the unicorn of all pieces in this game. The literal unicorn of everything. So let's see, what else was it? What else is knowing best in slot? Let's see here. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I think I have one too. I have an Overlord knee pads, just regular. No, I don't. Thought I did. Oopsies. I must have had it and just scrapped it. Whoops. Yeah, so is the Overlord knee pad, the Fox's knee pads, the best in slot? Yes. Is the Petrov gloves best in slot? No. You can put a second piece of Walker here and get near the same amount of damage, but you get the extra crit chance. And put like a Walker here, or put a Walker here. Is this best in slot? Yes. The Grupo is the best in slot. Is the Fox's best in slot? Yes. The Fox's is best in slot. You cannot beat this. Now, if anybody knows prior to TU7, TU7 had damage to elites. Damage to targets out of cover was damage to elites. So if you want to damage them the hardest, you have to have that on your weapon. So damage to targets out of cover is damage to elites. For anybody who plays Div 1 coming over, anything that has that on there is best. So that's why I use Liberty, because you can't beat the 10%. That's another reason why rifles hit so hard too. And what else was it? Best in slot. Okay, let's go to the other characters. Best in slots.
Entering safe area.
Alright. Heartbreaker. Because you're going to be mostly close to the target, it really just becomes, what do you want to use? Is the chest piece best in slot? Yes, the chest piece is best in slot on the Heartbreaker. Is the backpack? No. The backpack can be depending on what you prefer. Do you want to have all that extra survivability having this, or do you want to help your teammates and yourself get more damage out? This is where whatever you prefer on your backpack can be placed. Now, if you use the backpack on here, your best in slot, again, is going to be putting on the Foxes. I know it sounds redundant because Foxes, period, outbeats the Picaro's holster. We've already shown that with the Striker video that I posted out. We did tons of testing. The Picaro's holster does not beat the Foxes. Does the Grupo beat the Foxes? We've tested that. As you saw, I had one of those Grupo set of knee pads. I've tested out a version of that. No. The Foxes out damages everything. So, Coyote's Mask, because you're going to be close and personal, helps you out. And again, you can even go through Catharsis if you wanted to. You could drop that off, put the mask on, and then put the Picaro's holster and the Foxes, because those are two extremely strong damaging pieces. So you can have that set up this way. So, best in slot on this is the chest piece. As long as you build it around the chest piece, you're fine. However you want to build it, there you go. Where is it at? Negotiators. This one here, I still catch flack on every single day. People want to ask me these questions. Why do I have it set up this way? Why do I have it this way? Why do you not have it this way? So I'm just gonna fucking show y'all. I believe I have a Negotiator's Mask. If I don't, it's already on this character. Striker system. No, I don't. Okay, so apparently I gotta get a mask, so I really don't want to craft that. But screw it, just for you guys. Can I craft a Negotiator's Mask? Yes. Oh, please, please, dear the love of God. That's good. I got 2 more crafts. 10 point something, 9.8. You would do that to me. Okay, so we got the 2. Alright, here we go.
Something?
I'm going to do this live, because apparently I was dumb and I got rid of my 1 Negotiator's Mask. So this is going to cost me, not you. Recalibrate mask. Again, we don't need the... Wrong one. Wrong one. Let's just put it on, so we don't mess this up. Recalibrate mask. You've got mail. I've got mail. What? Alright. Optimize. What do I need? I need hyenas. Okay, I need a 21, 23, 25, so I need 70.
Nice to see you.
I need 80. I need 80. 80 hyenas. Just for you guys. I'm doing this all live. Showing you actually what is best in slot. Because people want to say the builds are trash, blah, 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 this. Okay, here we go. Do I need masks? I got 123. I need 75, 140, 145 plus 65. So I need 200 and 210. I need 210. Excuse me. Alright, there we go.
Hey, you looking for something special?
Alright, here we go. We're going to do this live. Camel. Now, here's the reason why I have my negotiators like this. Before we do anything, I'm going to show you why I have my negotiators like this. Now, I need a Grupo backpack. Oh, I just put that on the other character, didn't I? Oh, no. Screw it. I can use this. We'll just consider this here. Instead of Wicked, please forgive me, guys. I put the Vigilance on the other one. We're going to use the Wicked, and we're going to do it this way. So, here we go. Let me make sure I don't have a Grupo on my backpack. Yes, I don't. Okay. I technically could use this, but we need the Grupo piece on here. So, okay. Here's the reason I have mine this way. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a bunch of people who are going to be closer to targets than you. Your job is to kill them from far, far away. Because you're going to be killing them from farther away than everybody else, you're going to be getting the crit hit chance. Okay? You're going to be giving out the crit hit chance. Now, we have the Seska on here for our own personal reasons, because if they do get close, we can hit this. Your job is to give the crit chance out to your players. So, because we're going to be able to crit so easily, we're going to give out this extra 100% to each target individually. So, what I mean by that is this. Even if I were to set this to very hard, and say your NPCs are that far away, once you stop sending me invites, acceptor. Once you hit this target right here, you see we get the crit chance piece, right? So because we have the crit chance piece, as soon as we hit that target, we get it. Now that's a normal deal from far, far away. We're going to be getting that extra crit chance for ourselves and our teammates. So everybody else will be playing from right about up here or farther, because they're going to be more armor. You, because this also gives you the crit chance and the crit hit damage, you're going to be able to hit those targets a lot easier and stack that out. You can see we hit that one. Let's clear those. So, tag. So we're able to crit them easier. So that's another reason why in my video I said that we were using the Seska. Now, the question everybody wants to ask is this. Is having a backpack on like this, and again, we're going to use Vigilance for an example, but we have the Wicked because I was a dummy, and I put that over there. We're going to use that, and we're going to use the Negotiators right here. So let's get our... Really? So let's get our crit hit damage mods. Crit hit damage. Okay, so now we have this, right? Okay, so all we got to do to get the Wicked proc is simple. Toss a grenade, gives us the Wicked. So now we have our damage. Now, the other bad part to this is if I hit this target right here, you see, we're still too close. So we want to take this target out to the 15 range so we can get the crit chance. You see it took a while for it to crit. So once we get that, we get the piece. But again, that's not without the coyotes. So we want to keep it even. We want to keep those targets even with this one. Say we had the coyotes. Again, we don't have it, but again, we're trying to keep it the same range, same everything. Not one target closer to get the extra damage or anything like that. We want to keep them all the same. So when we do switch to coyotes, we'll be able to see the difference. So here we go. Get our damages. Okay, we've got our Wicked. So we're hitting for 2, 5, 2, 8, Let's get this thing maxed out. So let's go kill these targets. Again, I'm not trying to show the damage here. I'm just trying to get that crit hit damage maxed out. So before y'all start judging on that, this is how we test it. We test it actually properly. You know, we don't fuck up anything. All right, we need one more kill. All right, there we go. We got all of our crit hit damages maxed out. Alright, now that we got our Wicked, let's see what we can get. 3, 4, 2, 7. 3, 4, 2, 7. 3, 6. 3, 6, 4. 3, 6, 4. So we're hitting for 3, 6, 4. Okay, so that's with Wicked. 3, 6, 4. So we're going to go back to this one. Hopefully that didn't... I think we lost it. Did we lose it? Find out. Oh yeah, y'all can work on strikers, but not this one. Okay, so we gotta max this one out again. So the number to beat is 364. I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but we're hitting for 3-7. 3-1. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit less. All right. You gotta be kidding me. How did that one not? Alright, we got enough. Alright. Three, 2, 3, 1, 6. 3, 6. Yep. 3, 6, 6. But we're averaging 3, 2, 0. So we've lost 400k in damage. 400k. And that's using Wicked, okay, not Vigilance. So we've lost 400k to even out the damage between the targets. So what I mean by that is, if we were to do that, say we lose Vigilance, say we got shot, you now have minus 25% damage. Now, on top of that, when you're shot, it's doing what? It's this right here only gives you 60%. So best in slot is your backpack, because no matter what you do, you don't lose the damage. So for instance, if I were to go back to this Golan one and I were to, or Grupo, as you originally saw, I didn't have that piece. I could take 18% of that damage off. I would hit for nearly the exact same as I'm doing right here. But if I shoot this target here, and I crit on him, okay, a little problem critting. There we go. Okay, so when he's critted, and I shoot this target over here, and he crits, there you go. So when this one crits, as you see, this one here with this current build, he takes an equal amount of damage as that one does. Versus when I use, say, Vigilance or something else, he would only take 60%. So the Vigilance one is good, or even Wicked, or whatever else you want to use as a talent on your backpack, is good against solo targets. This one here is good against group targets. Now, I only use my negotiators when I'm playing with a big group, a group of 4, because that's where it comes in handy. It helps take those out. So that's a player's choice. It is not that this here is best one way, this is best another way, because you're comparing negotiators solo versus 4-man squads versus hitting multiple targets versus hitting one target. This one here is a build you can take either way. So you can put on Seska here, Grupo here, Negotiator's Mask. That's player's choice. Okay, Negotiators is literally just player's choice. Are you doing solo or are you doing group? So if you're doing group, set it up this way. If you're doing solo, get you a Golan or a Grupo here, get you Negotiator's Mask, and set it up like this. You know, not the wicked part, but you get what I'm saying. You know, companion, wicked, vigilance, whatever you prefer. Same with chess piece. You want glass cannon? Do you want obliterate? Do you want focus? What's your preferred go-to? So set it up that way. Aces. This one here, it's I just want to put it this way. These 2 weapons are the strongest on an aces. They are the strongest. And to prove this, I'm going to show you the Mantis versus the White Death. Now, as you White Death versus Mantis, 1.1 mil versus 800 mil. You have more accuracy and more stability with the White Death. You have faster reload time, but the damage drop-off matters. Same with the talents. I mean, you can't change the talent on the Mantis, but the talent for the White Death, I love Future Perfect on here. It just really helps the team. But that's player's choice. You can even go Optimist as you prefer. But the White Death is better than the Mantis. And I'll show it here. So we got the Mantis, right? .1, 2.4, 2.47, 2.47. That's what we maxed out at 2.47. Okay, now we got our White Death. 2.25, 2.6, 2.6, 2.67. I literally just outdamaged this. 2.45, 2.67. Now, is the Nemesis your best? Well, duh. .44, 53, 58, 56. So yeah, duh. These 2 are the strongest on here. And not only that, but this White Death, like, I just love that look. Like, Simo Haya would love this. But why in the world is there an Umbra Initiative weapon skin? I don't know. That's kind of weird. But anyway, that looks pretty cool too. I like that. But I love the White Jade. Like, Simo Haya would love this look. Or is it Simo Haya, I should say. Strikers. Again, the strongest strikers build out is going to be this one. We've already demonstrated that. You can't beat the damage targets out of cover. Now, again, if you don't want the strongest and you want survivability and damage, your best thing is to set it up like this. Go ahead and put yourself on a memento. Get this onto here. Now, again, if you want your skills to come back, you're losing a little bit. We're talking minuscule, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking minuscule amounts of damage. We're talking trading this to the Picaro's holster and then getting some more skill haste so you can get your skills back. But depending on what skills you're using, it really doesn't matter. Matter of fact, let's just save that because that's how I prefer mine. Bulwark. Please, I want to talk to you guys about Bulwark because y'all always keep asking me this. Why are you not putting armor regen here where I have hazard protection? Why are you not running this with armor regen? You could have up to 4% armor regen, and then on top of that, this proc down here, which gives your shield takes damage and everything else, that basically gives you an extra 2%. Why are you not running it with armor regen? Because your whole piece is about the shield. Your number one thing is trying to keep the shield alive and your player. If your shield gets shut off, you then cannot, you can't do anything. Like, you literally can't do a thing. I have 100% disrupt resistance on this. And just to prove how strong this build is, I'm going to do this right now live. We're going to go hit countdown. I'm going to show you how this thing holds up against the hunter. And just so people don't hit me, put myself in a party. So y'all want to see how strong this is versus a hunter. Okay? Oh, good heavens.
You have left the group.
No, I'm not going with the level 1. I'm sorry. Nope, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. I do not want the headache. And before we do, let's targeted loot. I want a pistol.
You have received an invite to another agent's group. You are now in a group.
For the love of Christ, no. That's just a headache. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm going to wait here a few seconds. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Bro, stop. Yeah, wait a few seconds, sorry. I'm not doing that with level 1.
Invite to another agent's group received. You have joined a
Alright,
group.
it's better. Better. Not great, but better. Again, that DOD can go with that one because here he's able to keep the damage up. If you want the max amount of damage, you can go with the Striker's chest piece. That is player's choice on there. It's more or less what is best on slot on the Strikers. The Strikers can go any way you want. You can go Picaros, you can go Foxes, and then use the Striker's chest piece. It's all about you being able to land your shots and getting the most damage out. It's honestly, and again, DOD literally sat here and made, 7 videos on Strikers? Like, he didn't do a full test the first time when he put out one video? Like, come on, bro. But again, that's player's choice. You want to trade off the Striker's chest piece, which you can get an extra 50%, or go with Obliterate, where you can always have more damage. That's player's choice. There's certain parts in here that can be player's choice. Like, for instance, the Heartbreaker. Do you want the max amount of damage? You're going to go with the chest piece. on that one. You want the max amount. That's where you're going to go to. Certain pieces you can trade off to make the build how you prefer, how you feel, or what the situation is. And that's the one thing. A lot of content creators are just going, this is best, this is best. They're not considering all the situations. They're not considering that you might be in a group of 4. You might be in a group of 1, or 2 or 3. They're not counting on those other players giving you these extra damages, these extra pieces. But we're going to demonstrate right here this and why you need disrupt resistance and hazard protection on this build first before we go into the other stuff. And I'll take questions. If you got any questions to explain it, we'll show you live. We're doing all this live.
To lend legitimacy to their cause. If they control the power, they control this region. We need to shut down the broken transformers and restore the power grid.
Alright, so here we go. Foundry.
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols activated. 15 minutes lockdown.
Excessive power detected.
Mirror boy!
Probability of instability or overloading the power grid.
Oh, you ain't getting through that shield, are you, big boy? Look at that. EMP'd and still got my shield up. What up? What up, Hunter? What up, Hunter? Yeah, what you want? What you got, big boy? Come here. How's that build for you, ladies and gentlemen? Again, this is not about damage. This is all about survivability and helping your teammates out. Oh, what happened? Oh, hit my shield? Oh, no? Yeah, that's because I have Vanguard. You couldn't do shit, boy. Go ahead, shoot me, go ahead. Come on, bitch. I'll take aggro all day long. This is why I call this thing the bullet sponge.
Shade tech detected.
Excuse me, sir. I'm here to talk to you about your car's extended warranty, sir.
Incinerator turret detected. Hostile incinerator turret detected.
Let's see what we got in here.
Rogue sniper turret detected.
Oh, I'll just stand here for a
Hostile
second.
sniper turret detected.
How you doing? Really?
Rogue assault turret detected. Hostile assault turret detected.
This is just toying with. This is literally trolling the NPCs.
Hostile striker
I look at everybody else's. Don't just look at my build. Look at everybody else's bonus armor that they're getting the whole time.
incoming. High risk hostile.
This is the main part about it. I'm giving these guys that much just by getting shot.
Area secure.
That's how you create team synergy right there. This game is team-based. Make sure you build your stuff around team synergy, unless you are literally a lone wolf in this game. And the cool part about most of my builds is you can be that lone wolf at the same time, with the same way they're set up. You can be a team player. You can be a solo wolf with anything that you have, just like this. Because again, like I said, I'm not trying to say that it's the best way to set it up. It's just the best in the way you can put it together for every aspect. Solo, team, countdown, PvP, PvE. You want it to work in every single aspect. That's the builds I'm going to give you.
Just 10 minutes to lockdown. Evacuate the facility.
Redirect excessive power to stabilize power distribution.
There we go. Got that stacked up. Go ahead, shoot me. Oh, yeah. What's up? Yeah, I am a bullet magnet. Yeah. Troll the enemies. Yeah. Sir, language, please. People are streaming. You need to watch your fucking mouth.
Critical systems exposed. Data transfer halted. High-risk target approaching.
Don't worry, I got you, Holmes. Get you some blue armor.
Area secure.
Agent, you should be able to access the turbine now.
Alright, turbine. It's this way. And y'all saw, and y'all been seeing, I don't need protection from elites on this build. There are so many people who want to throw protection from elites onto this, and you see just how crap it would be because you lose your shield, that disrupt resistance. You need disrupt resistance and hazard protection on this type of build.
Agent, you've reached the turbine. I need you to fix the power grid.
Now, because this is turbine, we're going to see what this
You're
floor
in.
will do to
We
this
need
build.
to switch the power over to
I
the
have been
grid.
wanting to test this out. I want to see, so we're going to find out right here. Will the floor, the shock part,
Warning.
actually
Fault detected
hurt
with
me
transformer.
or not?
Safety protocols activated.
You're gonna need to expose the transformers and remove any busted fuses.
Power surge imminent. Follow emergency procedures to protect against accidental electrocution.
Alright, here we go.
What the
It's
hell
going to be
was
coming up
that?
here shortly.
Floor's electrified.
Alright, here we go.
Step, Agent.
Redirect excessive excessive
Ooh.
power to stabilize power distribution.
So it does hurt, but look at that regen.
Vital signs critical. High-risk target approaching.
Got a train flag.
I'll take that. Yes, I am. Sir. Language, sir. Oh, Snickers. Ow. Don't worry, I got you, home. Don't even need a med pack.
Incoming. Risk hostile.
You're good to go. Just need to switch over to the new grid. This may take a while.
I just want to do it one more time. Ooh, shocking.
Evacuate the facility. 5 minutes to lockdown.
Electrical grid in danger
What?
of failure.
I don't even know what that means. Oh man.
Power grid stable.
All right, what
Great
is
work,
this?
Agent. The power plant is stable. Now get the hell out of there. When you're ready to come home, shoot off a flare.
All junk. All right, so where are we at? So we're all 4 hunters. We saw me versus one hunter with extra help. So we're gonna see how this does against all the hunters, taking the damages and everything. Look at that. I'm EMP'd, but I'm also EMP'd.
Get on that helo. You've got hunters incoming.
Sir, that was rude of you, sir, to shoot me like that in the back. Safety distance, visible hand. Ooh, that's a good pistol.
Fixer drone detected. Hostile fixer drone detected. Rogue defender drone detected.
shoot off a flare when you're ready for Torres to bring you home.
There are too many builds on this character.
Hold tight. Kilo inbound to your location.
What? I think one person went down right there. So, yeah. One person went down, and that was it. Tell me you can't have a good run like that with one of these builds. Go ahead, shoot him.
Ready
Come
for
on.
extraction.
Let's be out there like this. Watch out! Grenade!
Coming up.
Agent down.
See them moving up.
Okay, 2 people went down. Now, I hope that answers Foundry Bulwark. And why everybody keeps running it wrong when you
Safe
put armor
area
regen on.
detected.
Hello there.
Ooh, nice.
Nice doing business with you.
Ooh, good soak me off. Good old fashioned suck me off. I don't know if I need that, but I'll just keep it there.
Military operations are in progress. We urge all.
Please, 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 busy bee, busy bee. Frack. You can't really do a whole lot. You need this thing to be maxed. So, for instance, if you look, my shield is level 6. Now, I have 5 blue cores right here. And the 5 blue cores that I have 1 extra from this, which gives me the ability to put 1 red on here. Now, you technically can get away with, say, because you don't need the Liberty. You can actually put on, what's that one pistol? The TDI card 45. You can put this on, okay? Now, you're not going to get a whole lot of damage compared to the Liberty, but the Liberty allows you to have that headshot, which can repair up to your shield and give you more damage. So that's how you get your more damage out, is the Liberty pistol. With this, you can trade off this. Now, you're going to lose 10% disrupt resistance, no matter what you do, because the explosive resistance should be hazard protection. If it's not, that's what messes this up. If you put this on here, it's still just as good, but at the same time can be detrimental to your build. So in PvP, you want to run something like that, though it's not suggested, you could run tardigrade, or even like raids, you could put the tardigrade on here and give yourself some survivability, or your teammates. The point man just gives you that immunity so the hunters can't even damage your shield. So that's where this piece comes. So again, hazard protection, armor regen. That extra bit of armor regen, which is here and here, you can technically trade to like crit chance, weapon handling, whatever you prefer. I went with armor regen because that literally gives this build, on average, from the numbers I have, let's see, what are we looking at? Your regen, which is this, even though it's not, because you got to count in for the shield, which is basically double this into that. You're looking at somewhere around 3.5, 3.6% armor regen total. So this build has a 3.6 to almost, I'd say 4% armor regen. And then it's not taking into account that you're getting blue armor for your teammates. It's not counting in that you're giving yourself the blue armor, which is 50% here, and your teammates ever so often. So again, it's the damage you can trade off is one of these. Now, the only thing that we're going to do, and the devs keep saying that they're going to do this, when they trade this off and you're allowed to throw, say, this Artificer Hive, when they allow you to take this off of the Technician, we will take that off and put it on Firewall. The reason why the Firewall is because you get this one aspect. Where'd it go? Allies deal 10% damage to enemies within 10 meters of you. Since your job is a bullet sponge, you want to give out that extra damage, you're going to put this. On top of that, if these mods are there too, because you can put these mods on there, these mods help give you more shield health and more shield regen. So you get a win-win for this. So this is definitely better. And then not only that, say your armor does crack, you could set them on fire. The only problem that you have right now is you need this Artificer Hive at times. Now, do you need it 24/7? No, you could technically put the Firewall onto this and still do just as good. But since your armor doesn't break that often, it's kind of a waste. So it's really player's choice. I use the Artificer Hive because it helps their skills and my skill whenever they get nearby me, because if their skills are flying nearby, I boost those as well for a short period of time. So that's the player's choice option. Let's see here. Hunter's Fury. On here, Hunter's Fury, you're supposed to be close. If you're not within 15 meters of an enemy, you're not going to debuff them. Now, is this the best setup? No. You can go and put on the Ridgeways chest piece like this. Put Wicked on your backpack, and you would have just as much. You would have the 3% just as you bleed them. But you're going to be killing them so fast that the Ridgeways chest piece, that is really good for PvP. As for getting PvE side, this one's better because this is a guaranteed 3%, and if you get a tag, you get 5% of that armor on the kill, or the bonus armor, which would be the blue armor. And then you get the extra weapon damage and all that kind of stuff. So this is the better version. Now, is Intimidate your best piece? That's where it comes player's choice. Because Intimidate can come away and get knocked away so easily, you can go and put on Obliterate if you wanted to. So that way you always have damage. No matter what you do, you always have damage. But your best thing on this game is two weapons. A weapon that has close and personal, because once you kill them, you're just going to have that 30% for 10 seconds, and you're just going to keep killing and building up more damage and building up more damage. So your best thing is to have on a weapon, which is a close range weapon, say MPX, is close and personal. Now you can use, what's this one? The Dark Winter. You can run the Dark Winter, get extra crit hit damage out, 50%. If you want to. That's player's choice. You know, you can go with that. Again, it's a little faster firing rate, faster reload time, so good aspects. It's just the damage doesn't match up. So, it's player's choice on what you want to run for your weapon, but your best backup is honestly the KSG shotgun. Now, why I say that is because of this. If I go and I look at this weapon right here, let's do, actually, let me switch these over. There we go. If I do this shotgun versus this shotgun, right here, look at the difference. We got 1.2 versus 1.3. We have 12 rounds versus 5. We lose a little bit of RPM. This one here has actually got 10% weapon damage. Now, as you can see, we get more stability and more accuracy. But to get pummel, you have to get 3 consecutive kills. By the time you reload this MCS, M870, you will have to lose the pummel part. If you can keep pummel going, the better it gets, and that's 40%. Now, Sledgehammer is not your best on this, because yes, you do get the damage to armor, but it is not the best piece on here because you only get it for that one target. Versus pummel, once you get it going, it's non-stop. It's instantaneous. Now, is that pummel better than, say, this pummel? No, it's not. You get 8 rounds, but less damage. Now, you reload a lot faster, but if you got pummel, it instantly refills your mag. So you don't have to worry about that. Your best thing is to go for the highest amount of damage possible and the most in your magazine so you don't have to worry about anything. So let's demonstrate this over here. I'm just going to use these targets because they're easy to kill. And we're going to demonstrate it here just real quick. I know I say never to do this if someone shows you this, but we're just going to demonstrate it real quick. Why this pummel's better. Alright, here we go. Got my shotgun. Got Hunter's Fury. Let's go get some
We need to
kills.
find out what happened to the team that went to try to repair the main shade node. The federal shelter should be beneath your current position.
Now, I'm just showing y'all this
Down
because,
there,
again,
proceed with caution.
even though I hate using this as an example, I need to because of the ads. Alright, reload on the first one. One shot. Pummel kicks in. Pummel kicked in. Pummel kicks in non-stop. Y'all saw that, right? Non-stop pummel. And again, that's knowing where they're at. And we can do it again now that we've got more damage. I'm going to show y'all once we max out the backpack what it's like with the maxed out backpack.
We need to find out what happened to the team that went to try to repair the main shade node. The federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there, but proceed with caution.
And did it just reset? It reset, didn't it? It straight up reset on me. That is messed up. Where's my bottom? Oh, this game is doing this to me right now. It is straight doing this to me. Oh my god. Look at that. My tags are dropping, but it's not showing me the amount of tags I have. Oh, division, division, division. I swear. Alright, we gotta switch off to a different build. And there goes my stream. Something's going on with the internet. Can Acosta's backpack fit in the exact build? I don't know what you mean by exact build. You gotta ask me what build. Alright. There it goes. Signal's back. Okay. So, I gotta switch back to the hunters because apparently it wasn't proccing. So, we gotta go back again. Sorry. I apologize. Internet kind of went jinky on me.
We need to find out what happened to the team that went to try to repair the main shade node. The federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there, but proceed with caution.
Yeah, it's that, but it's the connection piece. Okay, so we gotta see if this, there we go. White tag. Alright. I'm just going to try to max this out, and I'm going to show y'all how fast it can be once you have a maxed out memento. You see, we're also hitting for a mil per bullet. And that's another reason why I have the Seska on here.
We need to find out what happened to the team that went to try to repair the main shade node. The federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there.
There we go.
but
See, it's
proceed
down
with
there, the white
caution.
tags. There we go. We're almost full. Alright, there we go. It's maxed out. Alright, so one last time, we're going to show y'all how fast this can go.
We need to find out what happened.
Alright,
to
so
the team
all
that
we
went
gotta
to
do
try
is
to
get
repair
5
the main
kills.
shade node. The federal
5
shelter should
kills,
be beneath
and we'll
your
have
current
maxed out
position.
hunters, and
Find
we're
a
going to
way
have the
down
maxed
there,
out
but
memento
proceed with
backpack
caution.
and maxed out pummel. And this is the type of numbers you'll see. Three, 4, 5. It's 1.15. 1.2. 2 shots yellows. 1 shot reds. Almost 1 shot to purple. Yeah, that's how fast this build can kill. And again, that's with this shotgun. Because you hit those high damage numbers. You saw it hits for like 1.2. Even though the thing says 1.5 mil right now because of the damage, it's actually 1.2. So if I let this stuff die off, I come back, you see we've got everything else maxed out, which is this, which is showing the extra 30%. If I take that off and come back, if I do this, just switch this and switch it back. See, it goes back to the 1.2. So that's what you will hit no matter what. Even though it says it jumps up to 1.5, each pellet that hits is going to hit for 1.2 mil. Okay? So don't get that, you know, Bulwark is broken. No, I don't know what you mean by Foundry Bulwark is broken. Okay, so that's Hunter's Fury. Again, whatever you prefer his names, but we all know who I'm talking about. They actually sat here and said, hey, put Hunter's Fury on with a Pestilence. Like, I swear to God, they actually have this. You can even go look it up yourselves, because I'm tired of people thinking I'm just trying to attack them, but this is how dumb it is. They're like, oh, I can use a Pestilence. I'm hitting this target way out there, but then this part of the Hunter, 15 meters, they receive a debuff. So what the hell is the point in shooting a target that's more than 15 meters away with a Hunter's Fury build? What's the point? There's no point to it. They just do it because they want views. I'm not going to give you something that I just want views for it. And oh, and another great weapon on here is a Chatterbox. It's a beautiful weapon for this. So if you have it set up like this, this is beautiful. I don't know. This Chatterbox, I just love it on this build. But yeah, they just want the views. I'm not in this for the views. Rigger. Again, you do not have to use the China light like I have chest piece here. You don't. Oh, it's broken. You can't die. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's... If you can keep everybody in front of you, yeah, it's... Yeah, you don't need the mask, though. The mask does nothing for that build. Like, the Foundry Bulwark piece, you can trade the chest piece and put the mask on, but the healing aspect of it, you don't need it. Like this right here, and the reason why is because even if you lose that incoming repairs for the hazard protection, the moment you do that, you actually lose out on possibly having your shield shut off. Yeah, is your shield only going to be shut off for like a split second? Yes. But if there's a sniper out there and you're also facing hunters and that shield being gone for even that split second can get you killed. Because one sniper shot does not help the catharsis. It doesn't. Now, does it help you stay healed up? Yeah, it's nice. You can. The only aspect you would trade is this. But when you trade this, your teammates lose out on that extra bonus, and so do you of having that extra armor. That's why the tardigrade is still going to be your second to best piece on here. So that way it's helping you and your teammates, not just yourself. Because this just helps you. This drops that chem for you to get rid of status effects, which you technically don't need. I mean, can you trade it off? Believe me, if that's how you want to run it, by all means, run it that way. Enjoy it. I've just seen that having 100% versus 90% disrupt resistance can actually get you killed. I have seen it. That's it. Hardwire. This one here, Hardwire like this, it's only good for raids. For instance, you need to do the Jammer Pulse raid, right? You need to do Dark Hours. Having it set like this and having, say, a hive, having a healer hive, can actually be the best way to set up a Hardwire. Because once I do this, I can jammer. I drop my hive. I get my jammer right back. Okay, I do that. I use it, toss a grenade. I go into overclock. And sometimes, I don't know why, it freezes up. Sometimes it does it a different way. But now I've got it, it comes back, I use it. Same thing. Drop it, get it right back. It's good this way. Now, is it good for Endless Seekers? Oh yeah, you can do the same thing. You can do the Endless Seeker one, where you toss them out. They go out and they kill. Delete them. Boom, get them right back. Endless Seekers. You heal up somebody. So rather than using a Wyvern, you can use an Alps with this. So that way you can go for, instead of skill damage everywhere. Like right here, you can have an Alps with skill damage and repair skills. So that way you can heal yourself. But most of this is skill damage. So you're going to be relying on this and then just whatever aspect you can for here. That's going to help you out. So it's honestly player's choice. Which way do you want to run what skills on here? Now, if you're going to go with the damage, you need the glass cannon. Do you need the Acosta's go bag? No, you don't. Now, you can put on the Hardwire one and get it back every 10 seconds versus 20 seconds like I have. This right here, this overcharge, is for you. Since you're tossing these EMP grenades like in the one, they're going to come right back. You never waste a grenade. So that gives you a chance at a free EMP. So having an EMP like this is just as good. And then, hey, I get an overcharge effect. And that gives my hive more healing for my teammates as I drop it down. So is it beneficial to run it this way? It's good. Is it great? No. You could put on the hardwire and then put on, say, put the BTSU here and put the hardwire backpack. So that way you can get the overcharge for your teammates and get your skills back every 10 seconds because you use it and you delete it and then you get them back. There's multiple ways. Again, best in slot, that's what we're talking about. Are these two best in slot? You can do it either way. BTSU gloves or Acosta's go back. Those two are best in slot on this type of build for hardwire. Umbra. I'm still working on this one, but I've found that this setup this way is your best. Now, you do not have to run it this way. You can actually run it like this. I've found there's another one. I don't have it. Let me go to my stash. There's another way I found. And this one here is a lot of fun. And this is pissing people off in the dark zone. So let me show you all this. Umbra backpack. If y'all know where I'm going with this, then congratulations. You've already seen it. It's nasty. You have this to give yourself the damage while you're in cover, as well as out of cover. So you need something on a damage for your chest piece here. Okay? As you're in cover, this is going to kick in to give you your armor regen. The problem is, if you are out of cover, you have no survivability. Okay? So I use Memento to give me survivability on the outside and damage on the inside when I'm also in cover. So for instance, I'm like, let's go demonstrate it down here. I am out of cover, I'm gaining stacks, right? I go into cover, I gain armor regen, but I'm also gaining the damage for when I come out of cover. So I come out of cover like this, I'm standing, I get damage, right? At the same time, as you can see, my Obliterate would give me damage while I'm also in cover, see? So this gives me damage that I can gain as I'm in cover. So that you need a chest piece of some sort, whatever you prefer, glass cannon, spotter, Obliterate, whatever you prefer. So that's a guarantee. So to get the armor regen while I'm out of cover, I use this. But check this out. If I go and put on the Umbra backpack and Sawyer's, you're in cover, you gain even more damage. Now, I'm not saying this is the best. Do not get me wrong. This is not the best. But this is fun, because now I'm in cover, even more damage. And then, when I come out of cover, guess what? Even more damage, because I'm out of cover. I go back into cover, stack up, get my regen. As I'm doing that, I'm stacking up this, though it takes forever. If they shorten the duration on this, this would be beautiful. Because 10 seconds, I get all my armor back in less than probably 5 seconds. So 10 seconds in this, while that's having to stack, can pretty much suck. So now this is great for PvE. I would not suggest it too much for PvP, but because it does so much damage in PvP, that's player's choice. What do you want to do? So for instance, I'm out of cover. Okay, we go into cover. Boom. We get our regen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at 5, that's how much I get. So even at 5, I don't even get a full stack. So again, player's choice, but you definitely want something on your chest for damage. Because again, as you can see, if I were to switch this to, I'll switch this to Elite. Alright, so we're hitting for 331. 331, okay, when we're in cover. 331. Come out of cover, you see 400. So we literally get the same amount of damage as in cover and out of cover. It keeps the damage equal. Now, again, that's when these knee pads are fully maxed out. So, do we need that? No. We can actually go and put on Umbra Initiative. And then, if you get your Memento backpack stacked out, you basically get damage and regen out of cover and in cover. And then you get damage while in cover right here, as well as when you come out of cover, you get this and this. So it basically allows you to be, you know, that regen damage god as you're outside of here, and then you go into cover and you get the regen damage, you know, and everything else while you're in cover. So having it set this way is honestly the best version. But the troll one is the Sawyer's knee pads, because they rush up on you thinking you're not going to do anything, and then you just pop out and they're ghosted. Alright, that should be all of these builds.
Safe area entered.
Alright, let's go to the White House. Alright. Now, everybody's asked me about my, what I just call my fun build. This is literally a hybrid build. Now, I have found, and I did the numbers, the Picaro's holster is decent. I'm going to state this right now. It's decent for this build. But, because your main weapon is going to be the Vector 45, and the reason why we're using the Vector is because it gives you the most crit chance, and you can have the most crit damage on this build, and you can have in sync, but it's one of the main SMGs that allows you to use the linked laser pointer. So this way your build can have the crit chance that you need. You can build up and get the crit damage that you need. But at the same time, you also have, for instance, you have the weapon damage in this. Now, we just showed that the Grupo Sombra holster is actually better in slot than the Picaro's because you get the crit chance. Well, since we don't need the crit chance, we could put crit damage in here and make our weapon hit harder. But because we have weapon damage and the armor core, we can put skill damage here. Now, what does this do for me? This allows this drone to hit with my weapon all the same. So what I'll do is, for you guys, I'll show y'all real quick. Matter of fact, I want to fix this camo. My Dr. Home. So we're going to go show y'all this build in action. Now, again, is the Grupo better than this? No. Because though we would get the crit hit damage and we get the extra crit hit damage, it won't beat the extra skill damage in the armor core. Now, again, in theory, you're getting a little bit more, but that's also with the crit chance. We technically don't need the crit chance, so is a Grupo better in this slot? It can be than the Picaro's. But because we're gaining damage, this also gives us skill haste. So when this drone goes away, this hybrid part kicks in. It gives us that extra skill damage. So that's where the Picaro's comes in handy when you're using hybrid builds. Not so much for weapon damage builds, but for hybrid builds, it does. So let's go put it to the test. Let's see. Matter of fact, we can even go farm. Let's go put it on heroic. Now, like me, when I do a test and I do a stream on it, I don't start off with max armor or max backpack piece. We don't do that. Matter of fact, where's... Ooh, there's Grupo. Never mind. We're going to go hit this one. Alright, it's on heroic. Here we go. Memento is not stacked out, so we're not going to be doing that.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons' forces. If they maintain this outpost, True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
There you are. Save you.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
Agent, you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
Hey, y'all also noticed no shield?
Spot for a turret. Let's see you. Take this.
My tag. I need my tag.
Get on that support weapon. Motherfucker!
Sir, language, sir.
Charge compromised. Serious trauma detected.
I don't think so. You thought you had me. No. Oh, you killed my drone. You little bastards. Well, I heard you. Oh, go ahead, launch that.
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior while I get Henry's people to maintain the perimeter.
Please. Oh, come on. I was hoping for one that had crit damage and skill damage. For a holster. I'm just gonna throw that on here.
Rogue agent detected.
Ooh, let's put it to the test. Let's put this to the test. What do we all say? Test time? Yeah, let's go test time. Come back to me, drone. No, you killed my drone. You killed my droney drone. I need a... There he is. Spotted you, bastard.
Agent charge compromised.
Ooh, no.
Hostile restore hive detected. Rogue assault turret detected.
I know you did not just shoot that shit at me.
Hostile assault turret detected. Rogue agent eliminated.
Yeah, not bad.
Damn it. The True Sons have turned the memorial into a base. There's an area beneath you with increased security. Isaac can't access data on this location. Stay alert. I don't know what you're walking into.
Put it to the test, and it won. Why is this door now shut? Oh yeah, rogue agents. They normally open that door. Duh. Come on, Jack.
Hear that?
DC-62 detected.
Heads up. Isaac just ID'd those shells as chemical weapons. Can't afford to let the True Sons escape with those. We gotta find a way to close up that tunnel.
Global event is messed up. Okay, I'll take a look at that here in a second. Alright, here we go.
What did you do?
Oh, don't... Come on, drone. Don't get stuck out there.
My armor's fresh.
Charge compromised. activated charge transfer.
Yeah, I've been trying it without the whole thing. Transferring everything. I'm trying to show the damage without that. Even though I have it active. So, if that's what you're meaning. Yeah, I have mine active. I'm trying to show the build without actually activating that stuff.
Were you able to recover the Master Sergeant's body? Most of it. By the time we got to him, they'd cut his head off. As a trophy? Hell if I know.
According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs, we can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with DC-52.
Why aren't you shooting anything, drone? Shoot something. Do your job. They stole our jeeps.
Agent charge compromised. Charge transfer activated.
That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.
Oh, damn it. Ah. Just in case, because that one drone likes to get stuck right there. Ugh, sorry. Alright, here we go. Sir, where you going? Sir, come back here, sir. Come on, you can die over there.
Charge compromised.
Got you.
Good work. Go on and head back up. The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.
Damn.
If you hadn't stopped them, I know they would have used those weapons on us, and we would have ended up like Castle. I can't tell you how relieved I am to have you on our side. Thank you.
Today, we dealt a great blow to the True Sun's
So
infrastructure.
again, that's this one. This is
Confiscated
a hybrid
massive
build.
cache of chemical weapons and eliminated the stronghold near the campus. You should be proud. You saved a lot of lives today.
And let me see what I got here. View. And again, I mean, that's not bad. 60% accuracy. Yeah, you can't beat that. Now, again, a Gruppo here would give you more damage with skill damage and crit hit damage. It would give you more damage than this. But this right here also helps get your skill back just as fast. So that's where these pieces, like we showed, would help out in certain aspects. So, again, what is best in slot? Depends on the player, depends on the situation, depends on your build. Yeah, see, there it is. Now again, I have Foxes on for my weapon damage. I have this on for even more weapon damage. I technically could trade and put on a second piece of the Picaros. Go with skill damage, go with crit hit damage, and then maybe get a red core onto it of some sort. You know, go that way. I would gain an extra skill tier, and that would give my drone to a level 4. I could. I went with this because I want that extra damage to their armor. Does that help me out? Not technically, but when it comes to this, when I have to shut off dogs, it does help out. So again, that is where it comes into player's choice. You can literally make this exact same build, put on a Gruppo here, and put on an Umbra here, get the skill damage out, or skill haste out, or even a piece of Wyvern. Get extra skill damage out if you wanted to, or 2-piece Picaros, and get even more damage out of it if you wanted to. I went with this because it gives me as many named items and as much damage as I could out of the build. So, yeah, that's this one. Now, as for the Pestilence, this one here is still the strongest. If we get the Picaro's holster again with like weapon handling, and that's the one I'm looking for. It's the one with weapon handling on there. This here would be a lot better. But that's just what I've got so far. You can see this is what we have. We have critical hit damage, crit chance. We're doing all this right here, crit chance, and I want to find the one with weapon handling, because that tiny little bit crit hit damage, we could trade that off and be able to swap, which would be the same as putting on a secondary piece of Petrov in here, and we'd have the same amount of damage. So, yeah, as you can see, we have the weapon handling. We'd be losing 2% weapon handling, and we're losing a little bit of crit hit damage to gain the second piece of what the Petrov would be for here. Now, that's also trying to find the one with a red skill or a red tier, weapon handling, and we could roll it whenever they do allow us to do the red. So let's see here. This is 7.3%. Did the math. 7.3% regen. And as you can see, we trade this off. It still has the same. If we come down, we're at regen of 63 and here. And if I actually go to the build, you get an extra 3%. So if you want to do the math on that, that's fine. That's on you. This is the math. You're looking at the 63.9 and then add an extra 3% to whatever this is, which it currently is at 4.3, which this versus this is 4.3. So then add 3 more percent. So this is 7.3% armor regen. Now I have a Seska on here. The reason why is so we can get the extra crit chance out. And you see it pushes us to 51 and 146. This is the sweet spot for your SMGs. 51, 146. You might actually be able to get that Vector skin right now. I don't know if they're allowed or not. Let's see. The Oxy build. Okay, that's that. I still need to find another chest piece for this character. And this is the other one. I want to find this yellow core. I'm still working on this, ladies and gentlemen. This one's still a work in progress because I want to test one thing. I want to test and see if I can get this weapon damage core off of here and get the headshot skill damage, headshot damage, and then put on this and see if this helps the sniper rifle turret or not. I want to test that, but again, I'm only going to test it when I have this one piece right here maxed out. I'm not going to test it without it because it may not show the same amount because, again, I've got an extra skill tier here, which I wouldn't have here. I have extra skill damage on this versus not here. So, again, I can't test it without having that piece. So I'm not going to say this is the best. This is just a sniper build until I get that one piece set up. An explosive resistance. I swear to God. This is how broken the traps still are. A level 2 can still kill this build. This build right here should not be killed by traps. Period. But it is. So, I don't know why. But we're going to be working on this. Hopefully the devs listen to me. But, yeah, if not, then we're still fucked. Is Foundry Bulwark? Yes, because it's basically unkillable. If you go back in the earlier of the stream, we showed how you just can't die. And we get the long load screen. So yeah, we showed how one Foundry Bulwark can keep the entire raid, or not raid, how the entire Foundry Bulwark like this can basically keep countdown from players dying. And not only that, it's benefit having hazard protection versus armor regen. And this is how we have ours set up. Yes, you have to use a shield. Like, there was a spot literally where the hunter smacked me. He didn't even take the damage from the shield. The shield didn't take any damage because of the one chest piece talent. And then everybody constantly had blue armor, like, nonstop. There was no killing anybody. I think we had 2 people go down, and it was just because they made a bad mistake. And one was right at the very end, which he shouldn't have even gone down, but he did. So...
Civilians are kindly reminded not to loiter near the entrances and exits. Thank you for your cooperation.
yeah, I basically just... yeah, I just stood in front of a hunter and said, take your best shot, and he didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, since you're here, I'll even run it again, because I like doing this. I like being a support guy. I like helping the team. So, I will do it again, because I want to run one more, and I want to see if I can actually get the Picaro's holster.
You have received an invite to another agent's group.
I'm going to come off of that, and I'm going to go to Brazos. Oh, good heavens. Yeah, I'll show it one more time because everybody wants to know what's the best thing to help out in Countdown. And I get this question more than anything because of how strong Heroic is. Having one of these builds alone helps Countdown more than anything. This build literally allows everybody to just go damage. Like, you wouldn't need protection from elites or anything. You can literally just have one of these builds, and this person will take everything, absorb everything, and hand out all that bonuses to everybody else.
We need to shut down the broken transformers and restore the power grid.
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols activated. 15 minutes to lockdown.
Excessive power detected. Increased probability of instability or overloading the power grid.
And as you can see right there, he literally just kept shooting me. He would do nothing to me right there. The shield just stopped it all. And then at the exact same time, the hunter himself, like, you see EMP'd, it says immune. I can't have my shield shut off. Now we got close and personal damage. Oh, this is going to be even worse.
You're in. We need to locate the
And again,
target.
this is no protection from elites, ladies and gentlemen. For y'all tuning in, this is zero protection from elites.
Opening fire! They're too close! Fall
I want to find a set of gloves with crit hit damage and skill damage. I can roll to a red.
UAVs are up.
right on the point.
There, Poochie Poochie. Right in the tailpipe. He just exploded.
High value target detected. neutralized. Incoming. High-risk hostile. Area secure.
Dirty.
Minutes to lockdown. Evacuate the facility.
Redirect excessive power to stabilize power distribution.
Trying to read comments and walking is not easy.
Secure the area so we can bring in the engineer.
Shade tech detected.
Protect the engineer.
Well, we know who came over here to the actual good objective. Only 3 motherfuckers, because they're the only ones getting the blue armor.
An agent has disconnected.
Stop them flanking! Tango double flank!
Agent, you should be able to access the turbine now. Agent, you've reached the turbine. I need you to fix the power grid.
Evacuate the facility. 5 minutes to lock down.
Electrical grid in danger of failure. Warning. Fault detected with transformer. Safety protocols activated. Redirect excessive power to stabilize power distribution. Power surge imminent. Follow emergency procedures to protect against accidental electrocution.
Damn it. Those are knee pads. Those would have been perfect. This is what we get. We get half the team goes one way, the other half goes the other way, which this would have been over with already, but no, they wanted to screw everybody else over. No. They always think about themselves, not the whole group. So I'm not helping them. I'm just here to show the build. You want to do your own little thing? You want to help out yourself? Fuck you, I ain't helping you. And I got their names. I got these guys' names. So when they go down, I'll pick them up. The other guys, I'll let them die.
Hostiles neutralized. Area secure.
Nice. The plant's secure. Now let's get you out of there. Move to the extraction point. When you're ready to come home, shoot off a flare.
And I still get to leave. Guaranteed I stay alive at the end. See, this guy's got the right idea. I'm not going straight at him. I'm going to come from the side. Don't worry, I'll pick you up, sir, if you go down. Because you were kind enough to help me get the most loot in the VIP.
Heavily armed hostiles detected. Rogue assault turret detected. Hostile assault turret detected.
Okay.
When you're ready, send up a flare so Torres can pick you up. Torres sees you. Helo inbound.
Oh my god.
Armor's busted up!
Ready for extraction.
Give up now.
Got another Picaro's holster?
You see
Yeah.
the plant.
Safe area entered.
What's up, Agent? Good to see you.
We got one. Yay. I can roll this one to what I wanted. But yeah, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. And again, this is why I say certain things are best in slot. Again, you can set this up to where you have, say, I don't know. Say you wanted to use the Picaro's holster here, right? Okay, let's say you wanted to use this. So that way you got skill haste, you've got the weapon damage, which would give you 15%. You could put hazard protection on here. It would basically be just the exact same as this. It's just you would get skill haste back. But if you do that, you then have to trade this chess piece. Which, if you give yourself the Foundry chess piece, that's fine, but you're not helping your teammates out. Now, even if you were to do that, you could put on the Foundry chess piece, and then put on the Catharsis Mask, like someone else said. You can do so. The problem you face is, the moment you do that, you're going to lose out on 10% hazard protection. And as you saw in here, this disrupt resistance is all you need to be maxed out. 100% disrupt resistance to avoid those hunters from shutting off your shield and helping your teammates out. So, again, that's where it becomes the actual, like, bullet sponge. So.
Please do not run outside the safe area. Sudden movements may be misconstrued as a hostile act.
But, I'm going to call this here for a break. And I'll be back on later on, ladies and gentlemen. So, y'all take care. Acceptor, stop sending me invites, bro.